Hey
Hey
guys,
guys,
welcome to another Gam.
new video, and today we're just gonna have a very interesting dialogue with.
Hold up, wait. Why do we have this seat here?
That's it, that's a surprise. So please, before we get into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and please comment. Tell us what you think about this video, and the surprise is gonna be right ahead.
Okay, if you've been following our videos, you actually know who this person is, and we can't wait for you guys to see her, him,
Yeah.
her.
You
Oh my god, did I just ruin the surprise? But anyway, let's get
It's none
into it.
other than okay,
And she's right here. Welcome, Hadija.
Hi.
So you can just introduce briefly.
Yeah.
Okay, hello everybody watching. My name is Hadija Job, and if you've been following GamTubes, you'll get to know that I was interviewed after my second book launching. Actually, I am currently the youngest Gambian writer. I wrote two books, The Broken Homes and The Successful Dreams.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm glad that I'm invited here
By the
today
way,
too.
I love The Broken Home. I read it.
Oh,
It was awesome.
it was
If you guys, to all those people that didn't read our book, any of it, yeah, you should try. It's
Yeah.
I read
amazing.
Successful Dreams, and I was supposed to read the other one, but because of
Yeah,
this
it's on
girl
me.
here,
It's on me.
I was not able to read it.
Sorry.
Anyways, it's fine. So long as you guys enjoyed the story.
Yes, I did, and I like the fact that it was really, really relatable. Like it's relatable to Gambian society. It was
Yeah.
really, yeah, it was something that you could enjoy and also learn from. I like those kind of stories.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank
we're
you.
so proud. It's a
Yes.
young,
And
it's a
she's-
young girl.
She's
doing
oh
it.
my god, she's like 17.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Actually, that's my age.
Yeah.
So we're not going to bore you much. We'll get into like the main focus why we're
yeah.
having this video today. So we heard that you've been doing some things.
Yeah.
She's always on the move.
Yeah.
Okay, so we heard that you're starting this project.
Mm-hmm.
Could you like tell us a little bit about it and how it came about?
Yeah, actually, the project is all about encouraging my fellow students to be reading and writing. It's all about my RISE project for 2024, and then I'll make sure I'm taking it wider. And then thank you that you guys invite me, because this is another way of me meeting more of my targeted audience following your YouTube channel who didn't get to know about the RISE, my project, and then they will get to know more about reading and writing as time goes on. Yes. So the project is all about me going to schools, telling them about reading and writing, exposing them to the reading resources they have, and then also to know about people who are getting into writing and are facing some challenges. I think I can be a source of inspiration to most of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what triggered the idea, or did you just figure, okay, I'm writing, but do Gambians really read? What were you concerned about whether people are actually reading your books, or did you just say it? I just did it just pop into your head just like that?
Yeah.
No,
What was the-
actually.
What was the real main idea of the whole project?
Yeah, actually, the main idea of the whole project is to encourage more readers. As writers, I think it's necessary that we have people who read our pieces whenever we write.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of other young Gambians who want to write. After conducting my survey research, I found out that there are a lot of people who want to write, but because there are no readers, like we don't have many readers in the country, so it's going to stop many people who want to write. But
Yeah.
once you encourage many people to read, some people are there, they want to read, but they don't know the resources. They don't have the resources, and also they don't know the kind of things they can be reading to get into reading. So encouraging them by giving them those resources they need to read is another way of encouraging more writers to write, because you obviously know that when you write there are people who be eager to read it. Yeah, that is actually one of the main objectives, to create more readers.
So are you being supported right now with your project?
No, not really, but I'm hoping for supporters as I go into it more, because like this 2024, I'm expected, after my deadline for the project, I'm expected to meet more other schools, because many students are inviting me to their schools to go and talk to their fellow students about how impactful reading can be and how writing can be done in this Gambian environment for the meantime. Because like a lot of people want to write, but they don't know how to work with this, because the process is not that easy. So they need someone who can actually tell them exactly how it is on the system when you want to write.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever I'm having sessions with them, these are the things I normally talk to them about.
So far, how many schools have you covered?
Yeah, actually around 5 to 6 schools. To mention a few: Yunus English School, my school, Nusrat High School, Masro Senior Secondary School, St. Charles Luanga Upper Basic School, and yes, SEMA Vocational Training. This is a private study, but a lot of people are attending from different schools, so I also made that school. And maybe I might forget some. But then I'm also expecting to visit few schools after, because it's not a discriminatory project. I'm also visiting St. John's School for the Deaf, so that I also encourage them, because those people really need people to listen to them. And I think when they write about their issues, people might be eager to read it. So I'll also visit them and many other schools.
Yeah, and
So
hopefully you also cover like schools that are, in the rural areas.
yeah, sure.
Yes.
And exactly, this is something that will help, because people at the rural area for the meantime are not knowing about it. But once they're following the YouTube channel, they might get to know about the project, and then I'll get in touch with them later.
Okay, so do you usually coach to, like, with the you're helping people to know about reading and also writing. So people that also need help with writing, do you usually help them too?
Yeah, like I said, I have mentorship programs with those people who want to write, like
Okay.
getting them some of the skills they need to go on with the writing. Because sometimes, the time I was conducting the survey, I met students who were like, they started writing, but at the end, they were stuck somewhere. They weren't able to continue. These are the people I'm targeting most of the
Yeah.
time when I'm talking about writing, because they really need to meet motivators, people who motivate them to go on with the process, and also give them tactics that they will use to come over the challenge they're facing, like getting stuck somewhere and you're not able to continue what you're doing. So these are most of the people I'm targeting when I come to the writing field.
I wish I met you back in when I was in grade 8, because I remember that's when I started having this writing.
Yeah, it
I
happened
would
to
just
a lot
come
of
to me and I
writers.
just write, and I really remember giving it to my classmate, and they'll read it. I'll be like, "This is good," and they'll rectify me with spelling mistake and grammar mistake, and that's what just kept it in my bag. I never
Oh
showed
yeah,
it.
there are a lot of people out there. I also experienced the same thing, but because I met people who helped me, so I also want to serve as those people who help me now to my
Oh,
generation.
I don't think
that's
it's late. You
yeah.
can still,
It's never too
learn
late,
from
because
her.
writing, that what you write isn't expired.
She's a good writer, but she doesn't like writing that much.
That
So I
is
think you
the
should
thing.
motivate her
Yeah,
and all of that.
you need motivation. That is what you need.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have another author soon.
Kidding me?
So
So you see, this is another success, because I'm seeing someone right beside me who really need my help, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna serve
Yes,
us.
I really needed her back in when I was living
Right
You
now.
still need me, because that thing is not yet expired.
right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, Hedijatu, how impactful has your project been? Like, according to you, so far, how impactful has it been?
Yeah, the project has been so impactful, because what is more important is that you receive feedback from people you visited their schools. Actually, every time I visit schools, I make sure I share my contact with people, so that they can be asking me relevant questions as they get into the process. So most of the times, what I see is that many other people from different schools will be texting me like, "I want you to come to my school with your project." That is also one of the things I am also facing right now, because a lot of people know that they have people like you in their schools,
Yeah.
and they need someone like me
Yeah.
to help them. I also receive feedback from my fellow students, like they're really on the move now since I visited their school. Some people also now used to reading, because like they see the impacts, and then they know, and then they see me the way I am right now. And I'm always telling them that when you want to reach certain stages, you must read. Like there are some mistakes you want to avoid, you must read, because
Yeah.
all those mistakes were written. So feedbacks are one of the most amazing things, and one of the most impactful, like source of information I'm getting right now. People were all around, and especially the time it was published on the Point newspaper, I received a lot of messages about
Wow.
how impactful the project has been. I don't know, but people are actually talking about it.
So it's actually working.
Working,
Yeah.
it's
So
working. Yeah.
has anybody actually called you and said, "I've just started writing a story"?
Very good. I have a lot of messages in my book, in my phone. There is this one girl who sent me a lot of stuff until I asked her to stop it, because I was like, I can plagiarize this. It's interesting.
Wow.
She was like, I've started writing and I was stuck somewhere, but since you came to my school, have a mentorship session with me,
Wow.
I started writing. I continued writing the book. So this is, of course, something else that I have to be proud of one day and be like,
Yeah.
yes, I'm part of the people who saved this town.
Contributed to
Yeah.
We're already proud of you.
I know.
That's really
It's
good.
amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So far, what are the challenges you're
You're
facing with
facing.
this project?
Yeah, challenges are everywhere. And it's normal as a writer to face challenges, but when it comes to this project, actually, I have school, but sometimes I have to sacrifice something for something. Like I'll be having classes, but there are schools that were texting me like, we really want you to come to our school. So I feel like sacrificing for those people is also something necessary because it might mean something relevant. So sometimes I sacrifice my classes to go visit other schools after school, to meet them, have sessions with them, and then make sure they make the best use of what I get them. Then the classes that I'm sacrificing, at the end of the day, I can recap and then I can meet most of my friends to explain what I missed. This is one of the most like awkward challenges I'm facing, but I cannot say it's hard that way because like I'm getting people to cover me whenever I miss classes, and then the people I'm sacrificing for are also making the best use of the things I'm giving them. So it's never a loss. These are also financial challenges because I need some amount of finance, not a lot of finance, to make so the project goes viral. Like I need to be working on human resources like this to make these things. They're somehow expensive sometimes, but then I make sure it's just
She's talking
seen, like everybody is seeing it, and then it's easy to know. I have to print it, I have to design it, I have to sit down and write something that will be understandable to everybody. So it's sometimes a challenge, but anyways, I'm used to it, and then I think it's a challenge that I will never regret.
you think is worth it.
It's worth it, yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about making Gambians want to read. Do you know that the number one, I think one of the biggest factor that people in the Gambia face is because books are a bit expensive here. Because, I mean, you go to Timbuktu, you see one novel costing like 900
That's
$1,000,
sometimes we just
$1,000.
go
That's
and look
exactly.
around.
So I think that's like people would rather spend on clothes and on food than books in this country. So how are you trying to eradicate? How are you gonna make books cheap or something that would make people want to buy books better than clothes?
I think you mentioned resources. Is that like part of it?
Part
You
of the
have,
challenges.
like,
Very
certain
good,
resources.
very good. And actually, it's not only books you need to read.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you don't have to start directly from those prices. Like you should not be a beginner and start from $1,000 books. We have books.
I mean, they're the best sellers.
We have books less than that. Like part of the project is to make sure I expose people to reading facilities. We have a lot of media platforms that are giving out free stories, and you start from those stories. Then you become obsessed with stories, like me. Then you can start. It will worth it for you to buy those books. But for the meantime, you're not yet used to books. You can just go and start buying those stuff. Right now, you can focus on clothes, like I say.
Okay.
Because you have a lot of stuff in these phones. Like we can make the best use of media platforms, like Facebook. We have all novels. Like there are a lot of platforms
I
I'm
remember,
following.
I remember I was
that are
obsessed with
offering
Wattpad.
very good. They were
Yes, when I was
they're
in high
offering
school.
free novels. They're offering free novels to each and every one of us. We have a lot of opportunities, and also application. There are some applications that are actually giving out free. Like there are some ebooks that are giving it for free. You can
Yeah, there are
go read
actually
it.
certain websites
Yeah,
that-
certain websites that are giving it for free. So after my project, I'll make sure I show everything out. There is this groups, and I'm sharing also my contacts with people.
Oh, so you
it's
usually
necessary.
share the
My
links.
contacts, yeah.
No, like where they could get these books. for free.
Obviously, yeah, that's what I normally do. Like
Okay.
when they request for it, some people are now used to some of these applications or
Okay.
media platforms, especially Facebook. It's really helping me. So some people, while they complain that books are expensive, I'll be like, no, books ain't expensive.
I think that's our excuse.
Yeah, books are not expensive.
You know, for me, I prefer
We have-
holding like the. Like
You
the
prefer
actual
holding
book.
the actual book.
Yeah.
Some people
I love
prefer
the
using
way
their phones.
I have to like smell it, feel it.
Yeah, smell
That's
the
right.
book.
Yes.
That's the same thing I want. But then when people say books are expensive, that's actually not the excuse. We have a lot of resources here.
Yeah, and I think
then
newspapers also have stories.
newspapers like the environment.
I
You can
used to
in
see
fact
that.
read the environment. The environment is full of
barely
things
get
you can read. Newspapers like articles, magazines, you guys
Yes.
know.
Even chewing gum, like the cover. You can read it.
Everything.
Now she's going overboard.
you
Okay,
can
yeah,
actually-
that's actually
Yeah, that's actually yeah. So when
no
people want to
excuse.
say, give me the excuse of books are expensive, that's why we don't read. Because during my research, I gathered a lot of informations. I learned a lot because people will be like, yes, because books are expensive, that's why we don't read. And I'll be like, no, books are not expensive. You don't want to buy the one you can afford because when you go to the bookshop, there are a lot of novels that are affordable there, and you start from those novels going up. That is how it is. If you can't afford the cheapest, also you have the National Library. Our schools are having libraries. We have a lot of libraries. We have American corners all
We don't
around.
have a lot of libraries, man. That's
We
the
have
complaint we've always been taking.
actually, that is also
Banjul?
that's
All
at
the way at
Banjul.
Banjul,
Some
it's
schools,
like-
like schools like Nusrat, when you're from schools like Nusrat, you think we have a lot of libraries because we have a standard library. And also one of the challenges I'm facing is that most of the schools I'm going to, they don't have libraries.
And
So most of the
you
time,
face a bigger challenge when you go to like the up
The
country.
up country.
yeah, because
They're very
yeah,
serious.
you're right. You're right. Like example, when you're far from Banjul, you're far from American honor areas,
Yeah.
and your school don't have any library. You're actually right. We don't have a lot of libraries,
Yes.
and that was the reason why I met stakeholders while on my project, that they help us to build more libraries, because
swear.
people actually want to read, but sometimes it's the hard fact, they don't know the resources, they don't have it.
Yeah.
Yes, and then also like some schools I go to, the schools to implement some of these things, but they will be like they don't have libraries. This is one of the major reasons why they're not reading. And then I'm always pleading to these heads that they should help students to
More libraries.
have more.
I think we should have
libraries.
a protest and write there more libraries.
Obviously,
Every
yes.
school
When
should
this
have a
project
library.
worked, yeah, it's going to be possible.
Yeah.
Actually, when I am part of this global winners, I think it's going to be another way of helping young people to be more exposed to reading facilities.
So what have reading done for you so far?
Ooh,
Till the
a lot
extent
of-
of wanting everybody to start reading.
Actually, reading is not only a pleasure. Sometimes it's a way of lessening stress, like I say. Like most of the things I wrote there, it's obviously reading,
You guys
reading
wanna
and
hear
reading.
what she said?
No, the other one, this one.
Ooh, that's a surprise. She just read a surprise.
No, we could still read it to them. It says here.
Okay,
Let's
let me talk about this one first.
Okay.
I guess through reading we can solve a lot of problems. And then this is the reason why I designed it this way is because it's very easy. People can comprehend it.
pictures.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, we're
people-
gonna have a challenge to see who's gonna take a picture with this.
Yes. Okay. The
Like-
challenge is gonna be on.
both of them. You can take pictures with both of them.
So read what you have over there.
The project is all about creating a world by building young people to read and write about their thoughts and ideas.
So you mean you got that from a book?
Nah, it's my project goal. The main project goal is to create a world by building young
You
people.
mentioned that some of the things that you
Yeah,
wrote is
I make sure
from
that this
books.
is easily understandable. Like people can read it and understand it without facing any challenge. Not everybody is the same. Like people can read hard words and understand, but when you make it simple and easy, they can all read it and
A
digest it.
beginner would give up.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want beginners to just give up because they'll be like, reading is boring, we're reading and
Yeah.
things are hard. I make sure everything is honest, like solve problems through reading. Once you read, you can solve a lot of problems because
Yeah.
most of the problems you're facing were once faced by a scientist or a writer or someone else, and they
Yes.
decide to write it down for you, not to face the problem.
Yeah.
So you can also fight depression and stress through reading. Actually, during research, I found out that 60% of stress can be reduced by reading. Like when you have 100% of stress on
Wow.
you,
It depends on the book you
60%.
read, though.
We
Yeah,
have a
some
lot
books are
of books. We
depressing.
have a lot of
Like the
books.
kind of books
Some
I
books
read.
are depressing, and you should not read them. It's also part of my project that I
You
make
like
sure
books that make her cry.
I make sure
Depressing books
people
are fun too. I mean,
they're fun, but like
It
you
just
can't
depends
read
on
them
the
when you're
genre of book that you like.
yeah,
you know.
sure. And also, this is about writing. You can read and increase your vocabulary.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, sure. It helps you in school. Actually, about writing, you can write and be more productive because as I write, I get more ideas, and then I also want to get more because
Yeah.
through writing, I get all these ideas.
I mean,
Anyways.
sometimes you write and you're like, wait, I wrote that. Like,
Obviously,
never
yes. Like when
impressed
I
with
read
your
what
own
I
self.
wrote, like I'll be like, nah, it wasn't me.
Yes.
Actually, write and improve critical thinking. Once you write and like people get to read it, you improve more because whenever you write, you'll be like, yes, it was going to happen the other way around, or maybe it's
Yeah.
going to happen the other way around. It's
It makes
happening.
your
Why did
brain
you
work.
write?
It makes
Yeah.
your brain work, and then yes, you think wider. You can inspire when you write. You can motivate people. You can innovate a lot of things.
Yeah.
You can educate people. Obviously, you educate people, and you change a lot of lives because
Yeah,
when
we
people
do.
get to be inspired by what you do, like yes, you can change them. You can build a lot of brains.
Read
You
this
can make a
one.
change, of course, in your society.
Read this
Right,
one.
that's hurry.
This is also another way of getting people understand my project and enjoy it. Actually, to make people smile while they know about what you're doing is one of the key things. So reading this, let's rise up. I'm using the rise heading
I
this
think we'll
time
have to
around.
talk about the rice
Yeah.
project more later. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm sure most of them are like, okay, what's this?
They don't know more
Yeah.
about rice.
So
And I
later
know
you
we
can
have a
just
lot
tell
of
us-
young people who are talented who can win this rice challenge.
So maybe
And it's
later you
actually
can just tell
globally.
us more about it.
And it's global
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is Let's Rise Up and Read, Write, and Share. Be a world saver. I believe that all writers are world savers because they're saving us from a lot of problems now. And the best teachers are writers. All writers are teachers to me because you don't just write unnecessary things. It's not going to be published. And in fact, people will not read it. I believe that once people start reading what you're writing, you are a teacher because they're learning a lot of things from what you wrote.
I mean, they're right.
Yeah, they're
Even
right.
the
People
exam
write.
questions are written.
Everything.
Okay, the best learners are readers. Once you read, you learn from people who write, and then their teachers. You learn from your teachers.
Every
Always.
time you read, it's like something adds up to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, yes, because there are things you don't know.
Either a word or an
yeah, because
idea.
you're even reading from a different environment. This is why when you read, you explore, and you're down sitting where you are, you're exploring the world.
Yeah, if you want to travel to different places,
You can read different books,
Like
Nigerians.
she's always in Hogwarts after reading Harry Potter.
Obviously, yes. Okay. The best listeners are winners. Yeah, you listen from people who
I
read.
like that one.
Obviously,
Wow,
yes.
that's
You become a
deep.
winner.
That's
It's
powerful.
deep. It's powerful.
Yeah.
Those winners are great leaders. In order for you to be a leader, you must read. You
And
must
be a good listener.
and be
too.
a good listener because you have to listen to everybody. Actually, all about reading. Every great leader is a good reader. Before you become a great leader, you must read from other leaders out there who. We have Kwame Nkrumah. We have a lot of them. I should not mention them. You guys already know. They are
Nana
writers.
Gray Johnson,
And
our
every
Gambian too.
obviously,
Yes, Nana.
Ray, Nana.
My
We have
favorite.
Michael. We have them. And every good reader reads from a great writer. That is what I believe in, and actually, I think that is it.
And we have great
Great
writers in
you.
the Gambia here.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
them. We have a lot of people that you
Have
guys
you
can
read
get
The
your.
Magic Calabash?
I read the Magic Calabash. Yeah,
By Nana
Nana Gray
Johnson.
Johnson. Yes,
That's actually the first Gambian book I've read.
Me too.
that's actually the first.
That's why it's the most book that I like. It's the most relatable book I've ever read. Because for the
amazing.
first time I read a book where I actually know the locations of places when I like bind you, like relatable words. Because I've been reading Western books like my whole
books,
childhood.
yeah.
I
That
think
is
that's
it.
the issue with us. Like,
Yes, we are
we
more.
started reading Western books. We do not even know like Gambians. were.
That is
Yeah,
because, like what I said the last time when you guys were interviewing me, like the government should make sure they inculcate more Gambian novels in the literature books than Nigerian novels and
Yes.
And
European
we have
novels.
Janet Bajan Young, the
Yeah.
owner of like that place, the theater, the only theater.
Ibujan Theatre.
Yeah. So she also writes. We
Wow.
could have her works in the literally, the literature that we do.
Obviously, we
I
have.
mean, it should be more relatable because I remember Othello, like back in high school, it was really a big challenge for a lot of people because
I like Shakespeare stuff. Well, no,
the English boy, the English and the names. And
Yeah, the
everything,
English.
like,
Yeah, that is
it
why
makes
most
it
of the
hard for
times
us.
I advise people while they're reading as a beginner, you should not start from reading like Shakespeare's book because most of these novels
They make you. They
the
make you
English
hate
is
it
so hard.
instantly.
It's hard. Like when you start reading from those novels, actually things become boring and then you end up quitting the
So you
reading
gotta
from.
start at a certain
You
level.
start at a
if
certain
you're
level.
A beginner.
Yeah.
Okay, so
This
guys,
is why I took it up to me to visit libraries and make sure I ask these library people about the books that people mostly use, so that I can also advise my fellow students to read those kind of books.
Okay, so right now you're targeting students.
Yeah.
But I think you should also target parents.
I also target. No, most of the times I don't target parents. I only
'Cause,
target
really
stakeholders.
start
I
from
think, yeah,
young.
You have 7
Yeah,
year olds,
young.
they should start reading. So if you target parents, let them like include their children, let them make their children
Start buying
read.
them instead of iPads.
Yeah.
Get
You
them
see,
books.
this is why I
Yeah,
also
instead of
want
the
to meet
gadgets.
many people because I'm not right now learning a lot of things from you guys. You're asking me to bring in parents.
Yeah.
I never knew it was
I
going to be
think
that
parents-
relevant
it's
to bring
important
in
that
parents
I
into
feel like
this
a lot of
work.
Gambian parents are exposing their kids into gadgets like at a
TikTok.
very
Almost
early
every
age.
kid knows TikTok,
TikTok
They're
now
just
and
scrolling,
games
scrolling.
and everything. And I think it's high time 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds in this country start reading. You barely
Obviously,
see that.
you
You don't
obviously
see that.
barely,
And I think
barely.
it starts from the parents, like reading bedtime stories to them. That will give them the energy to want to
Buying
read.
them novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
They should
parents,
immerse
I
their
remember
kids
my
into
mom doing
reading.
that to me, and I'm here now. I
see,
think I can
it has to
serve as an
start at a very
example.
young age. I remember liking reading from nursery school. That's when I started
Yeah.
loving
We used
the
to have
library.
this white people visiting our school, giving us novels. Then we start reading it. I can't remember actually, but there was this one novel that really contributed towards me writing. I still remember.
But that
because it
only
was written
happens.
by a
That
young
only
wild.
happens if you think school is like if you're being bullied like as a kid. So you make like reading like your friend.
Obviously.
Like if you have that, but
What
if you
you
enjoy break
enjoy?
time, there's no way you're gonna go to the
Yeah,
library.
but I think like parents should still motivate their
Yes.
children.
So
Make
I'm
your
adding
kids
parents
read.
because as I am taking this project wider, I'm adding parents into the project
Yes.
because I only meet
And teachers,
I only
nursery,
meet
kindergarten,
teachers. Yes, I
nursery
make sure
school.
whenever I'm having a session, I make sure a teacher witnessed it, and also stakeholders because these are the people who can help to bring up
Build new
libraries.
libraries.
Yes.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Okay, I think now I want to know more about the rice. Is it?
And then I have a
Is
challenge
it
for
going
two
to
of
be
you.
part of the
Yeah.
this one? It's still going to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The Rise for the World is a challenge that's 100 days challenge every day, every year. And then winners are asked, like the applicants, sorry, are asked to apply only on based on what you think you can do, either techniques, science, whatever,
man.
literature, whatever you think, teenage pregnancy, whatever. Like maybe
So
you're
it's pretty wide.
pretty wide, whatever you think you can do, like
Depends on your
carpentry,
creativity, right?
depends on your creativity, whatever you think you can work on. It's all about Rise. They making sure they build more young people for the future, more leaders. And then once you apply and win, first round it's going to be 500 global winners. Those people are going to be interviewed, and then once they're interviewed, they will remove the 400, and it will be left with 100 global winners.
Pretty.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's hard because
Oh.
it's the whole world. Everybody under 15, like under 18,
So you
wanna
the only
apply.
Gambian that has applied? Do you know other people?
Yeah, because the one who asked me to apply is a Gambian. Yeah, one of my former school students, like Nai from Nusrat. Al Qasim, maybe you guys.
Algasimba.
Yeah, Al Qasim.
We know
Oh,
him.
yeah, we
Yeah,
know
used to
him.
be.
Thank you very much
Yeah,
for
thank
that.
you. Yeah, because even if I don't win this application, this
Wishing you the
project,
best of luck.
yeah,
Guys,
I
let's pray
still
for her.
inspire a lot of people to work on their writing skills.
And I
I
think
didn't even know
project
this
is
existed.
good.
It's very good because a lot of people.
And we're
yeah.
so glad that you're not stopping here. Like even after the whole competition or the challenge,
I
you're
see you
still
want to
gonna
further.
continue.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Good luck. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
So if you have any questions or anything that you want to add up, you can just write it in the comment section. Yeah.
For her. But anyways, I have a challenge for you guys. Ready?
Why are you saying for you guys?
Because I'm not part of it.
What's your challenge?
By the way, she uses this to take pictures. Like if she goes to any school, she does like you just use this and take a picture with her.
think
So
that's
we're gonna
quite
do that after.
Yes.
I think it's obvious, pretty much.
So that's your challenge.
So my challenge is we're gonna talk like what I explained. I think she understands. So I'm just gonna start. If you don't understand, that's your problem because that means she's gonna be the winner.
So what am I getting if I win? Let's say I win. What are you giving me?
A hug. I barely hug people, so getting a hug.
Give me a hug. Like I need her hug.
Yes, I think you do.
Okay, let's
You need a
go.
hug.
Bring it on.
Okay, so it's gonna be very easy since you guys are mastermind in English.
Actually, I'm nerd.
She's
I'm
the
nerd.
mastermind.
So I'm
nerd.
gonna give you letters, and you're gonna start conversation using that
You know I
one
don't know how
letter.
to speak English yet.
Yeah, I know
Even
you're Korean. So this is how it's going. Like for instance, I tell you Z. You have a conversation. Z Z Z. They have to like tell you another letter.
You mean every word has to start with?
No, every like this beginning of the sentence.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna start. You guys are ready?
It doesn't have to make sense, yeah.
No, not except like she has to be able to answer. Like whoever, like if you start the word and she couldn't answer immediately after 5 seconds, she's out.
Wait, it's just the two of us.
Yes.
That's crazy. Why are you excluding
Okay,
yourself?
fine. No, I have to be throwing the question to make it more challenging.
I'll throw questions.
No, I'll throw the questions, please.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Okay,
She has
let's
to be-
start with
Hi, viewers.
yes. This is the challenge.
Okay.
So the first letter is P. Who's going first? FT. The
Mahmoud.
honors.
Oh.
You have to make it. It's a sentence, not a word.
Okay.
Please talk to me. That's a sentence, no?
Yes.
So when she start, I'll reply in the
Yes,
P.
with
Oh,
a
she's
P
the only
word,
one.
but then it's just like for instance, please talk to me, and you'll be like, perfect. I know what to say. Something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Please make me proud.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, B.
butter my bread.
break at the moment.
Let's move on. See,
Cat got my tongue.
Cut it off.
that was a good one. I like that one. Cat got my tongue, cut it off. Amazing. I like it, but you have to continue. Like until I change the letter.
Oh, we have to continue.
You guys are so. Come on.
Okay.
You've been reading books your whole life.
Oh,
Come on.
I've not been reading books. I think the only book I read is your book.
Continue with the C, please.
Okay. Cut my tongue out? You serious right now?
God.
Is that a full sentence?
I don't say of course, and I was like, course. Oh, this is a bit it's challenging.
Go.
I've won or not?
I mean, no. Let's give her another time. You know, she's in high school. Already.
I'm in high school too. I trying to. What are you trying to?
Okay, the one more.
here?
This is like your last chance. Next, we'll continue with the C.
No,
please.
please.
Why is she speaking to C?
Okay, D.
Denmark is my favorite country.
Really?
Do
I'm
you look?
lying.
Do you look that good?
Doesn't make sense with no. That doesn't. This is like your last chance, but F is gonna be the winner.
And I
Unfortunately, I don't
B.
want your hug right now.
Don't worry, I will save another gift. Okay, they will comment on what gift to give you. You tell me what her price will be.
Okay,
Let's go to G.
What? What letter?
G.
Gabriel, give me my food.
Great, I'll bring it here.
Gas everywhere. I'm literally choking.
Good. Good. Sentence full stop.
Good times ahead.
Gorgeous. That's fine.
That's a word. I said sentences. Oh my god. Okay, officially my FT is the winner. Yay!
Give it.
She won.
I won this song.
Yay!
So what am I gonna use when I go to other schools?
Sorry, you lose.
That means you have to take me along. So you have this.
Okay, that's still fine.
Okay, guys, this was our video for today, and we hope you guys like it, and we hope you also enjoyed the challenge. And if I was not a fair judge, please be. I think my FT is still the winner, by the way.
I don't want her hug.
So you guys comment on what gift I should give her. What the price should be.
Something
and we're
worthy.
so proud of Hadijatu. Please pray for her so she can also win this challenge.
Yes.
It's pretty good what you're doing. We're
You
so
can
proud of
conclude
you.
too.
Thank you for watching. Yes, and if you also want me to visit your school, you can drop it in the comment section.
Yes. Bye.
Yeah.